All right, so this is the podcast. This is a new weekly podcast.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna get together with Terry and Raz, and we're gonna talk about the games that we've been playing. We're gonna talk about news. We're gonna talk about life in general, and Hell Loose, obviously, because that's what most of us play.
Right.
What we mostly play, right? And like we did on that faded Friday night, we were came up with this idea, and we're playing Rocket League. If you're listening to this on audio, we are playing Rocket League in the background, so we might get excited and comment on that if that's something that is entertaining or not. This is going to be available on video format on my YouTube channel, Monoespacial, and it's also being streamed on Raz's stream. And Terry, are you streaming as well?
No, I'm not streaming.
Terry's antisocial today, so Terry's not streaming today. So yeah, that's the idea. I've wanted to do this for ever since I started 3 years ago. It's always been a dream of mine to talk about games with friends and share that with everyone. So here we go, I guess.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Again, we're really excited to have you guys in Mono's chat and my chat, and then on YouTube. Hello.
Yeah, hey all. And no, Lugo, I'm not just shy.
Also, it's time for me to prepare my mate so I don't fall asleep. I went out biking today in the morning to the hills here, so very nice. And then I had to rush over to downtown to buy a charger for a laptop that I'm trying to sell. And I tried to reset it and do a factory reset, but I just saw it downstairs and it didn't work for some reason, so who knows.
Nice.
Yeah.
Taxcotch, what's up, man? Nice seeing you in chat. So yeah, let's just get started. So we have a couple questions lined up that we set up for ourselves to kind of introduce ourselves, to talk about Hella Loose and talk about different topics. And in the meantime, we'll also go ahead and start up a round of let's start up at talking about ourselves first and kind of introducing ourselves, and then we'll go ahead and hop into a round. Because I know when we get into a round, we start sweating pretty hard.
I want the stress of having to manage a match and also talk at the same time, because otherwise I'm not firing. Dude, I was on holidays recently, right, with my brother and everything, and we started watching some bad movie because we watched a lot of those during the holidays. Mm-hmm. We watched Tremors, which, if anyone doesn't know that movie, that's a solid B movie.
Yeah, it's meant to be a classic, right?
Yeah, it's a super classic.
I've never heard of that.
Very
it's an early
movie.
Kevin Bacon film.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Very, yeah. It's like a 90s comedy horror Kevin Bacon thing, which is very good.
Bacon.
And he was like, dude, stop talking during the movies. And I was like, you know what? I'm so used to streaming that I'm talking all the time when there's a screen in front of me, right? And I had to consciously turn that off.
Oh my god!
I am 100% on his side. I used to watch Game of Thrones all the time in the early days with a bunch of friends at their house, and I'm there trying to concentrate on it and watch it, and then they're talking all the time, and in my head I'm just like, shut the hell up! Trying to watch this.
I hate when people are always like, "Oh man, watch this part. You got to pay attention to it." I'm like, I'm watching the same thing you're watching.
What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah. That's too funny.
All right, we have so going back to who we are and where we're from, because I think it's very interesting. We have 3 different continents.
Yeah, man.
And actual some animosity between me and Terry in terms of who owns the Falklands, because I'm Argentinian, but I live in Chile. I moved here 9 years ago, 2013. And I used to work as an engineer and logistics. I got fired. Oh, that's something we talked about that day.
Right.
I got fired because restructuring and stuff, and I got fed up of the corporate world and all its bullshit, and decided to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, man.
It's funny because I've technically been fired from one job, but it was during work experience. I don't know if you guys have that over there. Usually in the last few years of school, so not
Oh,
further education. So it might be high school for you,
okay.
Raz, maybe. Yeah, work experience. So you for a week you just go work for a company. Of course, you don't get paid for it. It's work experience. So I went to this company, and I got fired on the first day because they just didn't want me back because I wasn't interested in the work, and I wasn't because they sat me down to listen to phone calls, but I could only listen to one side of the phone call, so it was pointless. So I was bored out of my skull. So they didn't want me back,
Yeah.
and then a few years later, I ended up working for that same company for 11 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I work at
hated
a
it.
bank, so nothing crazy exciting. But yeah, I'm from the U.S. My name's RazBora for anyone that doesn't know me. But I'm on Twitch. It's kind of like my main thing, but it recently switched over, so now my main thing is like TikTok. Ironically, I don't know. It's just kind of weird how that worked out, but yeah, I just play hella loose, and I'm kind of like the newer content creator compared to these legends here, Mr. Mono and Terry. So just happy to be part of the the crew, man.
Dude,
Oh,
that's so
still new.
crazy. Like I don't know. It's been a crazy process. Like growing on YouTube is just I don't know what it entails in terms of the audience and the community that gets built around your channel and all that. Like
Yeah.
it's such a pleasant experience, but it's also such a grind.
Yeah,
Unless you're someone like Lieutenant Colonel Soundboard, who started streaming on Twitch and just massively exploded,
yeah, man.
and now he's gonna have to feed us his viewers
I know
because that's what friends are for.
it's great
I've
to
seen
see that
Squid
the.
lately growing up.
Oh yeah, Squid's growing too. He's
Yes.
launched
Oh
it too.
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I think overall, though, me and Fresh Baked were talking about it. Overall, like Hella Loose itself has just exploded in viewership, and the Steam charts have really gone up. So it's just good to see a lot of people interested. I mean, for me, right, like I'm on a platform that you guys aren't usually on, right, like TikTok.
Yeah.
So just and TikTok, to give you guys some context of what it is, right? It's just short clips. And it's just an app. So I
Oh,
think the
Ross, I'm sure
difference-
nobody has heard
I
of
know, right?
TikTok. Thanks for that explanation.
Gotcha. But to give some context and like the viewership of TikTok, it's like everyone, right? It's just such a general platform. Where YouTube, although it's a lot of people, like Twitch, people more so like specifically look for the content. TikTok's just everyone. So it's interesting to see that different perspective where so many just normal people are like, whoa, what is this game? I really am interested. Like, I'm tired of Battlefield and Call of Duty. And it's kind of nice to like bring that
Yeah.
different side to people that haven't seen the game. So like even people that have never heard of it are really interested in this kind of game. So it's really cool.
All right, hold on. Launch this
Yep.
because we gotta do
Yeah,
this.
go for it.
Yeah,
No,
go
I
for
feel
it.
you.
And that's actually,
Do
I
it,
think,
boys.
a really good segue into talking about Team 17 buying Hella Deuce. Because,
Yeah, crazy, right?
yeah, that is, like, I would not have expected Hella Deuce to be where it is now after, like, doing, like, 2 years ago, like, I would not have expected this to be where it is. It's grown immensely. It's gotten so good. And just, here we go. Rocket League started.
I didn't think Hell Let Loose would
Almost.
get like to the size Squad is or bigger than Squad. I don't know what the recent Steam charts are. But
Yeah.
it's right up
It's
there.
a competitor is the thing, like, and I didn't think it was going to be any sort of necessary major competitor, but no, absolutely. Like, I haven't looked at the Steam charts recently, but I know they're pretty active. Like, it's huge. And again, with the console releases, it's major. So what do you guys think now that they bought it, right? So what do you think are some implications of the purchase? What do you think?
That was an epic save. I think like I think the most like positive. Oh shit! The most positive implication is that it is obviously doing very, very well.
Yeah.
It's obviously doing fairly well on console and PC, because otherwise, Team 17 would not have dumped the IP. Sorry, the money for the IP, because they didn't really have the need for it, I guess. Because if it had just been this milsim PC game that only gets 2,000 players or something, and gets 50 viewers on Twitch, then that's not something that's huge enough to invest in. But I guess they must have seen also the reaction that people were giving Battlefield and Call of Duty and all those games recently. Even talking about BF5, the mismanagement of the Battlefield franchise has been insane.
Yeah. But I think that's a great point, because they definitely see the future to where I would assume, this is my assumption, right, that they want to go ahead and make a Battlefield competitor. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, with the amount of money they've put up for the IP and all the assets and code.
Oh, Terry, your mic is
30
getting
million?
spiked again.
Oh, okay.
It's weird.
I'm getting too close to the microphone because I'm getting into the game.
It's
Yeah, they've put about 30 million down. I think the deal is. There's no way they would just buy the rights to the IP for one game and DLC. They wouldn't make enough money back on that investment. So I think it's pretty much confirmation that there's going to be Hell Let Loose 2.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
100%. Can you guys imagine if we get an Unreal Engine 5 Hell Let Loose?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Nice.
Those are the stressful moments of Rocket League bleeding into the podcast. So that's something, again, if you guys especially people listening to the audio version, because I will post this on Spotify, which I haven't checked it out how I need to do that yet, but we'll get there. If you guys get bored or fed up of the random yells and whatever when the ball goes in, then please let us know, because obviously that was a massive fail on my part.
That's what happens when we're playing. We get distracted. We're like,
yeah.
But no, that's a good point.
Yeah. I think overall, honestly, if I were to get an Unreal Engine 5 Rocket League, I would want environmental destruction more than I would want a change of setting. I would still want a World War II game.
Yeah.
With environment destruction on Unreal Engine 5, that seems like it should be doable, just because of the powerhouse that it is.
See, for Hell Let Loose 2, I don't want World War II.
Yeah.
That's because you're obsessed with Vietnam. That's because you're obsessed with Vietnam.
No.
I'm obsessed with World War II.
Yeah.
That's it.
But why wouldn't you want
I
guess
it's World War II.
Yeah.
A lot of the big battles are already being covered in Hell Let Loose. We've got the Western Front, the Eastern Front, the Fillet Pocket. The Pacific is potentially coming in. The only other major theaters of war is the Mediterranean and North Africa. I think
North
ones,
African would be awesome. Yeah,
North Africa would be insane.
It's enough for a sequel. If they were going to do that, just bring out more content for Hell Let Loose.
Well,
so I think it's going to be a new era, and it would make sense. I think looking at Call of Duty Battlefield to go to a new era.
Yeah, but it also could become something like Forgotten Hope, which has just a ridiculous amount of vehicles and an insane number of maps, because FH has everything, right? If you guys don't know what it is, it's a Battlefield mod for Battlefield 1942 and also Battlefield 2, which has been in development since forever. And just the sheer amount of vehicles in that game, it must have something like 130 vehicles or something. And Both of them, right? Because FH2 is for Battlefield 2, and
Right.
it's just like a really good game. Obviously now it's very dated, but it's a really awesome game. And I think like Hell Loose, honestly, with the amount of content you can have in a World War II game, you could have, for example, because everything on Hell Loose right now, it's like post 1943, right? Or around that date. There's 4 years of the war that are like up for grabs there, because you can have the early like Czech side with the Czech tanks and all the crappy German tanks of the era of like 1939 and stuff like that, and that is a completely different experience to playing something that has like P4s and Tigers.
Right. I personally would like to see Vietnam. I mean, I know that's probably like the most wanted one, and not to be like just following the trend, but dude, I'm telling you, sorry, Terry, fucking yeeted your ass.
Yeah, I put a little poll up on my channel, and I haven't checked it.
Yeah,
since
Vietnam
before,
is
but it's
like
gone live, and
super
over
high.
50% of people want Vietnam.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
I
here's
think
a
Vietnam
question.
would just be the coolest, man.
Here's a question. When you think about Vietnam, you obviously think about the American helicopters, the what are they called, the
Hueys.
Hueys, yeah.
Yeah.
And all of that. What do you think? What comes to mind when you think about a Vietnam game in terms of the other side of the conflict?
You're talking
what-
Viet Cong? Was that a game?
Yeah, because like
It's an old
what
one.
weapons do you have in terms of like helicopters, tanks, and stuff like that for the Viet Cong?
Well, keep in
It's
mind,
not a lot, and
Yeah.
like
But
that
I
to me
don't
is
think
the problem with Vietnam games, because you have the American army with all these cool
Yeah.
things and a very traditional army game basically, and then you get to the Viet Cong side and it should be a completely different game because the tactics are
So,
completely different and the equipment is
I-
completely different.
I agree and I disagree. So I think is it Rising Storm Vietnam or whatever?
Yeah.
They did a great job, and like I think
Oh, yeah.
Hell Loose has been doing they've been trying to get more into it.
Is
but
that more
making,
like an infantry focused game than something like Battlefield is?
I would say it's pretty similar to Hell Loose, honestly. Like
Rising
it's-
Storm.
Yeah, it's kind of like
infantry.
yeah, it's
just
all.
infantry, really.
But the thing is, like, I think
there is-
more so they do a good job of showing like the difference between the utilities that the Americans had versus the Viet Cong. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really interesting because I think Hella Loose is trying to do that with the sense that they're doing bombing runs versus rocket strikes versus like Stukas that they're bringing in. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think like what do you call it? They're not balanced, but they're somewhat balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
how the Americans
asymmetric.
yeah,
Oh, very
so
nice,
I think,
sorry.
I really like, good shot. I really like the asymmetric aspect of it. And I know Hell Loose has been trying to dabble in that a little more with, the different factions. So I would be fine that the Americans would have, things like artillery or whatever, because the Viet Cong had all the other things as well. Like they had, I think in Rising Storm specifically, they had like the little punji traps or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could be a thing that they had where Americans don't. And I think that'd be a really interesting factor. And the blood and guts that would go into that. I mean, come on. Like,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
you know what I'm saying?
With napalm as well.
Oh, yeah. So I think like the gore factor, which a lot of people love from Hell Loose. Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah.
Try, would be
I
there
got
for Vietnam.
Yeah, I just like, I think the problem for me in my head is you can't really play an army that is mostly focused on ambushes on a multiplayer game where you know the map. Where the map is a given. Oh, I thought that was going in, and I didn't follow it.
Oh, nice try.
But the thing
Yeah,
is, with Hell Let
I get
Loose,
it.
they already randomized the control points. So in theory,
Right.
they would take that over to.
Oh, yeah, that's
the
actually a
Vietnam
really
one as
good point, yeah.
So it's still always a bit randomized.
Because regardless, you don't know
Yeah, the
how
checkpoints are
fortified
good.
the base is
Imagine
and
if the
stuff.
Viet Cong army just got into the map like 5 minutes before the other team and had time to set up things.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like offensive game mode
yeah.
would be pretty sweet with all the actual traps you could put. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be awesome. So, oh no. So I don't know. I think Vietnam would be cool. Terry, I think from what I remember, you wanted the modern era, right?
I got this.
Yes.
Oh
So
no!
why do
If
you-
I say modern era, I think it's more like like today. Nothing too outlandish, or maybe like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
I,
like
I,
early
I go
2000s.
Similar to now, but
yeah, I go something like Gulf War, like something like BF3, not like too crazy like BF4 got in some of its things.
Could you imagine like Fallujah or something?
Oh!
That would be pretty cool. Like Fallujah, would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I could see modern. I think modern. I wouldn't like, but if it was like early 2000s modern,
Yeah.
like that would be cool.
Yeah,
Because
I
that's
think
always already kind of like, looked at a little differently. Because they had a lot of today's technology, but not nearly to the computerized extent,
Yeah. Now it's like all like you need to have drones, right? Like drones have
it's
to
like
be in the
that's it.
game.
let's not have drones.
And drones are just not as fun as a full-fledged helicopter or something.
Right.
Oh, luck it.
We're in overtime now, so things are gonna get spicy.
I know.
Super
What would you guys
sweaty.
think? Would you like to see vehicles like helicopters in there? Or?
Oh yeah.
In a
definitely.
Vietnam game, I think it's like if you
But I'm
don't have
talking,
vehicles
like-
like
Sorry, like player controlled. I mean,
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
yeah.
But again, like as a game, I do not envy the job of someone trying to make a Vietnam game that has the what was the word for it you used, Roz? The difference between one team and the other one.
The asymmetrical.
Yeah, the asymmetrical
Yeah.
thing, and also has like player controlled vehicles like helicopters and stuff. Because again, I think it's such a harder job than doing a modern war equivalent where you have, okay, this team has like whatever tank, this team has this other tank, and it's just a matter of making them slightly different. Maybe maybe the Americans have like the superior jets, and the Russians, like the T-72 tanks or whatever, are like slightly better than the Abrams or whatever. Like you can do
How would you
things
balance
like that, right?
helicopters though?
Well,
What's up, Steph? How are you? man?
in the Vietnam game,
Yeah, like how would you balance helicopters?
that's the problem. That's the problem in my
that would be
opinion.
a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean saying. Like that to me is the biggest problem those games have, because one team basically has helicopters and the other one doesn't. So you either
think Rising
make
Get
Storm.
anti-air troops with the Vietnamese, really,
Yeah.
yeah,
and the Americans wouldn't have access to that because they wouldn't need it. And
Yeah.
Hell Let Loose now already is asymmetric. You just got to look at the Car 98 against the M1 Garand. Well, it's not as
Yeah.
like a more of an extreme example like helicopters and stuff. There's still. Oh no.
Oh,
We're good. We're good. So Tax Squatch in chat says that anything that introduces flight just gets out of hand and balance, in his opinion.
I kind of agree. Like if it were an infantry-only Vietnam game
Yeah.
where you maybe get deployed with a helicopter or something when you're spawning, or as a commander ability or whatever, that would be much easier to balance than just having
Yeah.
players control helicopters themselves.
But
Because-
he said people would want to control them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said
I agree.
Enlisted
People
is a great
would
example
wanna-
of that. And that is true. Enlisted does get way out of fucking hand with the amount of planes and shit they have.
Oh,
damn it.
Oh, damn.
we lost this.
I
We're
think
losing on
Enlisted
Rocket League.
has many more issues to worry
Yeah.
about than,
Yeah, it's
than just the
That's very
helicopter.
true. But I'll tell you what, the planes in that game can get just ridiculous because you can't do anything about them.
Dude,
But-
on
don't know.
what is it? On Terry's video he did on Enlisted, he commented that Enlisted felt like a third-person game with a first-person camera slapped onto it, and that is 100%
Yeah.
accurate. That is 100% what it feels like to play enlisted. It feels like you're like on some like early GTA 3 first person view mod or something.
It feels
funny
like
because, with enlisted, I actually today recorded like an updated look at the game, and it still feels exactly like that. The jankiness in the movement is still there a little bit, but not as much as it was.
It feels like
with
Bad
the
Company.
whole third-person sort of game.
Yeah.
You really notice it more with the scale of houses and objects. It doesn't feel right. None of it just feels right.
Yeah.
It's so strange to play.
So I remember soldiers looking like they had too big of a like their shoulders were too big and their head was too small.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you look at the main menu, like when you're about to deploy and you have your soldiers there.
Oh, Terry, nice hit. Oh,
there's a guy. There was at least one soldier that looked really awful. Like his head had been shrunk or with like some sci-fi weapon or something.
I think
you got to look as well. How
getting
loose
connection
and
issues
there's
here.
One character
the same
that shares
character.
the same face.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the Germans, right?
Oh, I think
pretty sure
it has the same face for all the forces.
Oh, is it?
But it's the Tom. I think his name's Tom in Hell Let Loose for the Americans. I think it's that one. It's the second face.
Funny. Yeah, I feel like Enlisted
it.
feels a little clunky. Where like, if you guys ever played Bad Company 2, like it played great in the day, but like now it's pretty clunky with like the regular maneuverability. It's pretty clunky like that, man. It's like it feels very restrictive. I think that's something we've spoken about too, is like the controls, like old games to new games. You know what I'm saying? Like old games are great, but like
we
the
got
new maneuverability, damn, that was a nice shot. I think it's probably a good transition.
Right. With what he's saying, the regular. So back onto Vietnam, he's saying the regular Vietnam army had less tech, but we shouldn't always think it was
only Viet Cong hiding in bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I guess I don't know enough about the Vietnam War in general. I know like way more about the Second World War.
Yeah.
In terms of how it was fought and everything.
So one of the things we wrote here for our topics is kind of what got us into Hell Let Loose in the first place. So if I want to go maybe around and kind of talk about what, obviously like we all love Hell Let Loose, but like what really got us into Hell Let Loose, and from there kind of what led us to content creation. So Manu, you want to go first?
Yeah, that would be two completely different things though. Like the reason I got into content creation. Okay, let's talk about Hell Let Loose first, because that's more relevant to what we're talking now. Hell Let Loose, for me, like I played it when it came out on early access. I remember I played Hurricane Forest, which is not the Hurricane Forest we have now. The map got complete. Sorry, Terry. The map got completely changed. I played Hurricane Forest. I remember spawning as engineer, crawling my way to the enemy after dying, for like 5 times to nobody. I remember crawling for like 15 minutes and putting a landmine on an enemy tank, like under it, because I managed to crawl behind it.
Oh my god.
Immediately the mine blows up, and I'm like, this game is very cool, because I just blew up a tank by crawling for 15 minutes, but it's also very, very, very boring. And very frustrating, because now I'm just gonna have to respawn at the HQ and run all the way back. Yeah, and so I stopped playing it for like 6-7 months, and then I started playing it again, and I got into NPA, and I got into a good squad with C-Dub, who some people might remember, and C-Dub basically started, teaching me about the game. And once I got into a good squad that was actually doing the things that you need to do, and therefore ensuring a good experience, I was absolutely hooked. Like I was like, oh my god, this game is incredible. Like the action, the shooting in particular is the gunplay. I think
The gunplay,
is absolutely phenomenal.
Nice, Terry, you're killing it. Yeah, I agree, and I think that's from what I hear, on like my Twitch or my social media, is a lot of people hate this game unless they play with like a good group. And of course, that's like how I feel with Squad as well. Squad, like I feel like Squad's a great game, but every single time I play with Squad, it's just like I would say 90% of the time it's just terrible because I don't have a squad that like talks or anything like that. Where Hella Loose, I feel my luck has been a little better with Hella Loose. I mean, of course, like if I'm not, like when I first started, it was different than now because now I'll kind of promote that. And be, the squad leader or whatever. But like when I first started, it was pretty difficult to get into.
I think
when it comes to, I would say any squad-based realistic shooter, it can be the best game you've ever played and the worst game you've ever played. And it pretty much comes down to your squad. Pretty much.
Yes.
And I think that's why we as, content creators and like you guys as like players of the game, we all just need to promote like a positive environment for like new players. And I think Hella Loose luckily has done such a great job in that where every single time I see someone join in command chat or say,
you mean the Hella Loose community, not Hella Loose the game, because the game could use a tutorial.
Right. No, absolutely. The community specifically. That's what I love about the game is just that the community itself is so great. And like everyone's so nice, so welcoming. And so willing to go ahead and help each other. So compared to Squad, where that has been the opposite from my experience.
Really?
Yeah. Agreed with that one, Squad. Definitely.
Yeah. Wow.
I feel like Squad has been very toxic. Every time I join Squad, I have a community that just like assumes I know everything, even when I say I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm like willing to help. And it's just the worst. Absolute worst. Like I get not being able to see people, like obviously that's how Hella Loose was.
Yeah.
But man, is it frustrating when like no one offers to try to help me out or point me in the right direction. It is very frustrating.
Oh.
What about you, Terry?
That was 100% my goal. That was my goal. Look at this. Look at this. I reversed into the ball. Yeah.
No, it's still going anyway though.
Thanks Toledo for the sub gift. Thank you.
Hype? Sub hype?
I think I might get into trouble for saying this, but I think the problem with Squad is that there's way too many military bros playing Squad that do not want non-military bros to be playing Squad. Does that make sense?
Yeah, or it could be people wanting to fulfill that military fantasy, and they go a bit too
role-playing thing.
Into, RP in it.
And
if you're not that, you're like, don't even play this game.
I don't know. I don't know if that's been my necessary experience. I think it's just people that just are very experienced with the game are the people that play the game, and they just don't have time to like teach new people or like bother to.
Yeah.
They just kind of play the game how they want to do, and that's it. Which
if
is
you don't
fair,
bring new players in, if you don't tell them how to play the game, they'll leave, and then the veteran players will, gradually start leaving because that's just what happens, and then you got a dead game.
Yeah.
Also, like as content creators, we tend to have a very biased experience in Hella Loose because we have so many people that are awesome that play with us and help us, get great squads and funny moments and stuff like that.
Very true.
Which maybe if I had gotten into Squad, which I'm never gonna get into Squad because I just like don't. It's just one thing that I really like about Hella Loose is that the time to action is very low. Like for the style of game that it is, you can get in. Like the game starts, you are fighting the enemy within 2 minutes. Well, not 2 minutes because that's the. But it's like three minutes. You're in the middle area and you're getting shot at, right? And you're fighting people to shoot at. Squad is not that way at all.
Yeah, there's been games where I just have never seen anyone or ever gotten to action. Plenty of times in Squad.
Yeah, I think that's like way more likely to happen in Squad than it is in Hella Loose. Obviously, some people oh wow.
Again, I mean that is the
destroyed.
kind of I know that is the kind of game it is, and I get it. I would say it's closer to Arma than like
Yeah,
Battlefield,
100%.
you know? Where
Yeah, 100%.
where Hell Loose is closer to Battlefield than Arma, which is what it's trying to do. So, I mean, I get it, you know, I understand, but for me, and I think for the average Joe, for the most part, I think that's what people like about Hello Loose is that it is a lot more approachable than something like Squad.
Oh, sorry.
And I respect that. But if that's the case, I think you need to have a community that, you know, can help it grow. Because not everyone's into that, you know? So
yeah,
I just feel like Hello Loose has that and regret, you know, unfortunately that's not what Squad has. So but I would agree entirely with what you said, Mono. Like I didn't even think about that. Like our vision or our view of Hello Loose is definitely skewed because we are fortunate enough to have like a bunch of people that want to play with us, or you know that are part of our community that like to play, you know, together. So sorry, Mono.
No, it's okay.
We regularly play with people all the time. So
yeah, exactly.
Almost every single time I'm on, I have, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have a bunch of friends that are wanting to play and squad up, and so like I always have, you know, maybe like one or two new people, if that, because you know that's what I target my stream to, and I let people, you know, hop in and play. But like for the most part, the majority of the team is like veterans that, you know what they're doing, so I don't have to really go and teach.
Oh, Terry, go!
What? Frothy Feet in my chat says the Hello Loose community is pretty awesome, to be honest. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what we're
100%.
That's what we're discussing.
That's one of the best
fantastic
things I think the game has. Yeah, like the community is really welcoming. Obviously, there's some people that are not, but that's just life. But for the most part, like if you jump into the Discord, actually, the official Hello Loose Discord is a toxic wasteland, though.
That is true. That is true.
Like it is so bad. It is so freaking bad. People complaining about every single thing all the time. Like even the most minuscule. Yeah.
Say something about the AT class and how the tanks are overpowered. I'm gonna lose it.
Dude, everything. Like the serial number on the Garand is wrong. Please fix.
Yeah.
Like I understand that, but also, like look at the priorities, man. You know, maybe give me a way to mute, you know, squad chat before we fix the freaking serial number on the Garand.
And I think most of it comes off as complaining rather than like actual constructive criticism.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Let's do better as a community.
I remember when. Watch out! We're gonna get.
No!
Damn.
Yeah. I put the ball right into, you know, the
Terry, I don't
position.
think we went with you. What got you into Hello Loose?
Can't remember what game I was playing at the time. Probably Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
And it was either one of my friends or I saw Jack Fragg's video of like an early play test of Hell Let Loose, and I thought, you know, this looks cool because for some reason World War II games for me, they just have I don't know, there's just something about them. I can't explain it. I just like World War II better than
it's the Star Wars thing, I think. Like Star Wars is, you know, the battles in Star Wars in the originals movies are cool because they are basically World War II ships in space. Like the way they pilot the you know, the bombers, everything.
Yeah.
You know, the Walker scene in Hoth, like that's tanks rolling in, right? Like everything about it is basically stylized after World War II. And the reason for that, I think, is like as a conflict, you have this mechanized warfare, but also very analog shit where you don't have like laser guided rockets and stuff.
Yeah.
And that makes the skill ceiling for everything very good, right? Because it's not like Battlefield 2. I remember when Battlefield 2 came out, that I was like, you know, I can just point my mouse at where I want the rocket to go, and it just goes there.
That's how Battlefield 4 was. It's just all lock on. I wanted to die. Also, Busco, shout out. Still no free look. Yes,
exactly.
Debs,
Yeah.
Free look.
Dude,
Frothy Feet says that's just some weird stuff that doesn't matter. The devs do great at focusing, balancing. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. By the way, for everyone listening to this, we have lost every single match we played on Rocket League.
It's a warm up.
Yeah.
Warm up hour.
Yeah.
I haven't played Rocket League in like several, like I'm gonna say like 3-4 years, and I'm just now getting into it because of that, that day that Ross was playing it, and we all got in.
It was fun. I enjoy playing Rocket League, even regardless if we win or lose. I mean, we're doing
exactly.
Pretty,
That's
like,
also something
I
that
like
Halladus has, right?
Yeah.
Apart from
There's been a
Steamrolls.
couple games where I'm putting garrisons for like hours.
Yes.
That's annoying.
Yes, that is annoying. But if you're a regular ass soldier playing in a nameless squad with some nameless dudes, and you're having some mild communication with them, winning or losing kinda doesn't matter because it's so much fun anyway.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I will say, yes, it can be extremely frustrating when you spend the entire playthrough like babysitting garrisons and babysitting the team and telling them every step of the way what to do, and nobody listens.
Yeah. I don't know. Hella Loose, it's just so awesome. Like, what got me into it was just I think the same thing as you, Terry, actually. Like, I played a lot of Battlefield. And I think I saw a Jack Frags video, and then I also saw a video from Nano, I think it is. And it was just I saved it, and no save, of course. And yeah, it just looked really cool. It looked like what I was wanting. I was really, really interested in that playstyle, because what I really loved about Battlefield, specifically Battlefield 2, was the command chat and the commander, and how you had the commander, how you could go over there, which I would like to see this as a thing. Maybe like destroying like the enemy artillery, and then they have to be like rebuilding it. Like you have to do that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That was awesome. Yeah. So I loved all that aspect of actually planning in the Battlefield 2, where sorry, Mono.
It's okay.
But that's
all three of us are in the goalie.
That's what I love, and that's I think what got me into it.
Now that you mention it, what got me into Halladus was like when I tried it again, it was because of a Karma Cut video where he was like with a tiger or something, or with a Sherman, I don't know, and the way he reacted, I think they were like around the church area in some map, and they're walking their tank forward, and suddenly on the left side a tiger rolls in, and they're like, oh shit, like reverse. Yeah. And that was like, that tiger looks so menacing. Halladus is so atmospheric in that regard. Everything looks awesome.
The tanking in that game is just so fun. Like, I went to tanking in Battlefield 2042 or whatever, and
it is awful.
I just could not.
The vehicles in 2042 just suck
ass. They're terrible.
They all suck ass. They've been neutered to this Fortnite ass version of like generic as can be. Absolutely no character to the vehicles. The helicopter, very easy to maneuver, very hard to do anything that's not like go up or down. If you wanna like be fast and go low and stuff like that, like there's no kinetic energy carrying on as you drop height or anything. Like it just sucks.
I think the thing that frustrates me.
2042.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You could really say it about anything about the game is just bad.
Everything is mediocre. That's the problem. Like, I think that's the main problem with the game. It's not bad enough that you can straight up say, this game is the worst. Everything is just a 5 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, this kind of goes with like any Battlefield though, in the sense of like armor. Like, what I like that Hella Loose does is like
the Battlefield 5 tanks are pretty awesome.
They're good, but I really like having like almost no one with rockets, in Hella Loose. I like to have, I mean, not almost anyone, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, not fucking every class can equip rockets.
Oh, yeah.
But I like the fact that in armor, like in Hella Loose, I feel like a tank. You know what I'm saying? So like, if someone's shooting a rocket, I have my own defense, which is my armor. and I can, angle my armor appropriately, and like I can work together with my squad to be able to go ahead and
wait. You said angle appropriately in Hella Loose?
Yeah, I mean, well, say a rocket
Come
launcher,
on.
right? And so, well, I mean, I have the front of my armor most of the time. It doesn't pen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that, the general, not like. Trust me, tanks are still a little underpowered in my opinion compared to the amount of AT.
They need to do a World of Tanks light.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Like where angling the tank actually works, because it used to before. Like they had
works,
that.
Yeah, it works a little bit. It's just such a shallow angle that it's like.
Yeah,
very,
unless you hit at like
very minimal.
80 degrees, you're not gonna get a bounce.
Their armor update isn't fully done. Maybe once that's all done, it will start working properly.
I don't think.
I don't think so. Honestly, I think that when they introduce the Panther, it's just gonna be a different type of tank, at a different cost, and most of the mechanics will be the same. And then the community backlash will come and say, like, guys, no.
Yeah. I think there's some things that like Postscriptum does amazing, but I think one of those things is the ricochet, where Hella Loose, and I've spoken to a couple devs in reference to it. It's just basically like, I think it's the way the engine works is it won't allow very much in-depth aspect of it. It's very simple, and I appreciate that.
I don't believe that about the engine because both those games are on both the same engine. They are.
I don't know. There's definitely something about it. Yeah.
That to me sounds like a cop out, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's something about it that I know they couldn't do it. Like something about it. Maybe it's
I can understand
they don't know how.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
or it can also be that they just don't like the way they set up. Yeah. Like we have not won a single game.
Yeah, I know.
I think the problem mainly we are not talking at all about Rocket League and coordinating, right?
Who cares?
Yeah. I think the problem might be like other things that they've set up might be taking like a lot of
resources and stuff.
Resources in the background to the point where maybe doing the full armor suite isn't really feasible without like major rework or something.
Sense.
I don't know, like because like a mobile game has better armor penetration physics than Hell Loose does at the moment.
Yeah,
and that is just
Would you guys ever want the postscriptum like you can get killed out of a tank, like if the shell penetrates you?
I guess so.
You can get killed when you're outside of a tank in Hell Let Loose.
No. He's talking about like the crew.
Inside.
The crew.
Yeah.
The crew's dead, but the tank isn't.
Right. So like if a shell penetrates the right spot in postscriptum, Terry, like you can get killed inside the tank.
I don't know.
Nah.
That's kind of boring.
I wouldn't like that, honestly. I think that's one thing I
wouldn't like it.
Are we playing against the same guys over and over again? Is that why we're getting our asses kicked?
Are we really?
Yeah, because this Dr. Mister with this animation is the same guy from before.
War Thunder style is what Busco says. I've never really played War Thunder, but I know they have a pretty in-depth one.
Yeah, I could never get into War Thunder. I got way more into World of Tanks than I did War Thunder for some reason.
It just has to have a good balance, in my opinion. Like, it has to be, like, where it's somewhat realistic, but I think the biggest thing, like we were just talking about, Battlefield, like, it has to also be fun. So...
Yeah, like, I think the ship has sailed on Hell Let Loose being the realism sim that some people in the community wanted.
Agreed. I think that's okay.
That is like 100% the toxic people that I was talking about in Discord.
Yeah.
Like sure. most of those toxicity, most of that toxicity comes from, you're taking this game and you're arcadeifying it, and this was supposed to be like a really milsim style game, and you've broken your promise. And like I think there's a couple of early access guys that are really pissed that the game is not what they thought it was going to be like. And to me, like, actually, like if you want that sim, you got Postscriptum. It's right there.
Yeah. That already exists.
Exactly. That product is called Postscriptum. That's what it is. So
literally
why would you make a
quoting
Postscriptum 2, right? Go, Ross. You got it.
No!
Yes.
What the
I
hell?
botched that. Yo, Cold, what's up, buddy? How are you? Oh, no!
I'm gonna save us
This is
from
a turn
Ross.
back to worse. I was just going back and the ball like jetted in
I
front.
can never hit the wall, the ball when
Damn.
I'm on the wall for some reason.
Oh, hitting balls on walls. Yeah, I don't know. I feel that we're gonna get more updates to Armor,
Rebound.
but I don't feel like it'll be nearly as complete as we'd want it in Hell Loose 1.
I do hope we get something more complex than we have right now, because right now
Agreed.
it's just NES style depth of tank battle.
Yeah.
Like whoever shoots and lands his shot first and has the faster reload wins.
Have you been running any medium tanks? I will say the medium tank battles are actually a little more fun. You get a lot more ricochets off those ones.
I haven't really tanked a lot since the update.
Yeah, so the medium Sherman, although it has like terrible maneuverability at the moment, it can do pretty well against the Panzer IV. But the thing with the Panzer IV is it can move really well. But the medium Sherman, the M4, can ricochet pretty much anything. You just have to hit it in like the boob area, like the front, like you guys know what I'm talking, like
The front, like
the front.
glaciers, like the.
Curve.
Oh,
It's
come
like-
on.
there's like tracks and stuff in the front of it. There's like some
Yo.
extra tracks or some nonsense there.
Busco, first of all, like deliciousness. Thank you very much, Lance, for those sub gifts. Also, Busco, yes. Busco was saying that having even different types of munition, like a PCR, for
Yes.
example, introduced,
Yes.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Cool.
That
I
would be
really
the coolest
like
thing.
that.
I think that
Yeah.
would pretty much solve the problem if they do it correctly. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm the worst at Rocket League, by the way.
No, you're fine.
I'm actually not the worst, but I'm very rusty, very rusty.
No, I think that would be very good and have different types of ammo. Yeah.
Yeah,
But like the
if
infantry
they
game. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
bring the era forward, then yeah, I mean, I guess definitely bring in new ammo types and all that stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to use the 75 more, because I think like using those smoke rounds is something that only fresh
it's
baked
fun.
and saucy do.
It is very fun. Yeah. Me, Adam, and Noodle, we run the 75 Jumbo quite often.
Yeah.
It is awesome. There was one video Fresh had where we were in the 75 and they were in the 76 coming from HQ. We were like on the objective. Tiger comes out of nowhere and he's got us like dead to rights. We're hiding behind a little like bush that he just can't hit us. And we just start smoking like crazy. He comes up and flanks and kills him. It was insane. But yeah, the 75 Jumbo is a force to be reckoned with, especially right now with the amount of fuel that you get in most matches. It's pretty good. You just team it up with a 76 and geez, it just shreds, man.
I'm kind of worried that all those delicious got recorded into my audio. But
Delicious?
yeah, the delicious.
What
I'm not sure. I need to wait for another one. Let's see.
Oh, the sub alerts.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No, I think it didn't.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not
I don't
sure.
Do you guys
I'm
think
just-
there's any major? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say we are running into the 1 hour mark now. I'd say quit out to exit main menu so we get a different set of dudes.
Let's run
fair,
away.
That's fair.
Let's
away.
run away. Run away.
Please don't kill us.
I fought in your general direction.
We can do competitive because we're doing so well.
Lol.
Terry's face.
I mean, I got to platinum.
No, we're getting to the
seasons ago.
1 hour mark. So if we want to talk about our favorite games of all time, now's the time to do it, because that's
go on, Mono,
for
kick it
first
off.
episode. I think it's like one of the can let people get to know us better and our tastes as individuals.
And love or hate us.
And love or hate us. Yes. If you want to do competitive, be my guest. Like, I honestly don't care.
We could do Rumble. Rumble's fun.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so. Okay, hold on. Lou. No, hold on. Let me try with the horn. And no horn. No, okay. Apparently it's not getting recorded, so I'm good.
Okay.
All right. We set top 6 games because every time you do a top 5, you know, there's one more that you want to put in there. So top 6 games of all time would be number 1, the Battlefield franchise.
Yeah.
As a whole, because like Battlefield 1942 is the best Battlefield ever. I've gone over this multiple times. I am right. Everyone else is wrong.
Terry.
Terry's like shaking his head left and right. Terry's a big Battlefield 2 fan. So yeah, Battlefield 1942 would be my representative of the Battlefield franchise, but that as a whole, like, I've always loved the Battlefield games until Battlefield 1. When they started changing their feel to them and stuff.
You didn't like Battlefield 1?
No, it was too chaotic and too easy to get spotted.
Oh, that was close.
Dude, I did that by accident because I wasn't intending to do that. Yeah.
Oh,
right,
Nice. Very nice. All right,
Nice.
Second would be Final Fantasy Tactics, which is the best strategy game ever made. Also the best Final Fantasy game ever made, the best Final Fantasy soundtrack ever, and story and graphics and everything. It's incredible. If you've never played it, Terry's a big
Never got into Final
Fantasy guy, I think, right? Yeah, and you've never played it, and honestly, you know, we mentioned this. Yeah, definitely give it a try because it's so good. Third, I'm gonna have a really hard time between Spider-Man, God of War, and Batman: Arkham Asylum.
Oh, nice, Terry. How'd you make
one
that?
of those. I'm gonna say one of those.
The power up.
Oh, Jesus!
Nice.
You drilled it in. Damn. Nice.
Okay. Batman Arkham Asylum probably because that's the first one that actually introduced that fighting system, and the narrative, the story in it is incredible. And
See, I really thought
God
the
of
second
War
one was way better than the first one.
Yeah, but I think the first one with the what do you call them? The areas. The levels were the hallucination
Scarecrow.
guy.
You're saying Scarecrow.
Yes.
Yeah. That was pretty good. I agree.
Yeah.
Scarecrow was freaking solid.
The Scarecrow levels are just nuts, and at the time they were absolutely insane.
Oh yeah, it was like the first of its kind of anything like that.
Yeah.
That was incredible, I will say.
Oh
no! I stopped it, dude.
Almost, dude.
Dang.
So I'm up to 3, right? Because I'm Battlefield, Batman, or Spider or God of War, and Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, you gotta pick one though. You can't put like Spider-Man, God of War, and
I'm
Arkham
gonna
all
say
together.
God of War because that's the best one of those.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Number 4 would be. I know I had this like fairly.
I know we spoke about it last time.
Yeah, we spoke about it last time. If anyone can remind me of, because I had the list like nailed down last time.
Oh, did you
very
see
nice,
that?
dude. I haven't made a single goal in this entire like play session.
I picked this
I feel
up
pathetic.
and I just carried it. Look at that. Damn.
I'm gonna go. Okay, so here's one that I didn't mention in the previous podcast. The proto podcast episode, basically. that is very, very dear to my heart.
Sorry, Terry.
And that would be Time Crisis 2.
Time Crisis 2. I don't think I've ever heard of
That's
that.
an arcade game with the gun,
my God, we're old.
with the light gun and the pedal where you can hide.
Oh no.
That's funny.
Terry. I used to
He's
play
like,
Time
"God damn
Crisis
it."
2. Like I used to live in front of a shopping mall and would play Time Crisis 2 religiously. People would when I was playing it would line up to like look at me. Like I would gather a small crowd. Because I would play that so much, it was ridiculous, and I was really good at it. So that's going to be
game?
It's an arcade light gun game, yeah.
Huh.
It was on PS2.
Oh, so you have like the little fake gun and you shoot the screen?
Yeah,
PS1.
you had a gun with
Okay.
a recoil, like it would like cycle and
Yeah.
everything, so you get the kickback.
I think I already know what you're talking about then.
Yeah, it was so good.
Huh.
It was so good.
Okay.
Another of my favorite games. Dude, I am drawing a blank.
I know, right? What were you
Yeah.
up to, 4 or 5?
I'm on 4, I think. And yeah, like Luger has to have my back here because Luger has to remember the ones on the other one.
Luger,
but
it's your responsibility.
yeah,
as
you
a-
have to
as a
save
mod.
this. You have to save this. Wow, I can't remember my list, so I'm just gonna go with. Let's see, Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us 1.
Oh, yes.
Not
Oh,
Part
no,
2.
no, no.
I do not like Part 2.
You know what you said?
I've got part 2 coming out to my being rented out. Like it's on its way. So
Oh,
I'll be
yeah?
trying that out tomorrow probably.
Which one?
Number 2.
Oh.
You said Breath of the Wild, remember?
Oh, shit. Yes.
Yeah, that's one you did
That's
say, I
my
remember
actual
that.
number 1 game. That is
Yeah.
my actual number 1
forgot
game.
about
It
that.
is Breath of the Wild.
I remember because I haven't played that and you were telling me how great it was.
Oh man, my kid is playing that. He's 6, and that's a game. That's the game that made me feel like a kid again.
Damn.
That's such a good game.
Really?
Everything like exploration, discovery, all the time. You're fighting something new. You're fighting not even just like new enemies and landscapes, just entirely new things that you would not think were in the game. Just little side things and just, oh man, anyone that's played it knows just how incredible it is. So yeah, Breath of the Wild, that isn't my number 5, but actually that's my number 1. And my last favorite game of all time is gonna be I was mentioning The Last of Us. The Last of Us Part 1, I hated Part 2. Like, really actively didn't like that. I didn't enjoy playing it. I didn't enjoy anything about it, really. Like, the gameplay is fine. The story kind of sucks. But the first game, it made me understand what it means to be a dad. Also,
Oh, yeah. You were telling me that.
Also, I forgot, but this is another one. So bear with me. Persona 4 Golden. I played it on the Vita. I think everyone knows Persona games at least by
Damn,
name.
The Vita?
Yeah,
That is old now.
I played it on the Vita a couple of years before my kid was born, and that's a game that taught me about just time management
peasy.
and the fact that there's not enough time for everything that you want to do in your life. And that's a really hard lesson to learn, and I learned it through a fucking video game, dude. Like that when I think about like my life and things maybe not going the way you want them, I try and remember about that and say like there's only a finite amount of time. Yeah, that game's awesome. All right, that's
It
the
is,
10 minutes for my top 6.
All right.
All right, Terry, all you.
So I won't put this in any particular order because I haven't ever decided what the order is. But
Also, there is
for
no
me,
order because it's too hard, dude. 2 different genres and stuff
It's
like
tough.
that. Yeah.
But for me, honestly, the best first-person shooter I've played, the game that I've played the most throughout every game I've ever played, is Hell Let Loose. I
Yeah.
played it for 1,000 hours. The next game behind that, maybe Warcraft. No, that's not in my list, by the way. And then PUBG might be behind that as well. But ever since maybe, well, when I first started playing Hell Let Loose, nothing has pulled me away. Just not go into any other shooter really. I dabble here and there in others, but Hell Let Loose just got hold of me. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy playing other shooters that much because I'm like, well, this game's like this, but Hell Let Loose does it better. For me. I'm not a big vehicle guy, so when it comes to the tank play, I don't really care that much. Just give me a rifle and I'm happy.
What was it that we said in the chat the other day? We're like, oh yeah, doesn't the tank have a giant rifle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hell Let Loose.
We're gonna get him tanking one day, guys.
Is that the reason? Is that the reason why Battlefield is not? Like for me, I'd say Hell Let Loose, but I have to give my respects to Battlefield. And the vehicles, are a part of that. I think.
Yeah. I love the vehicles. I love the tank. Like I didn't play tank a lot. I played with Fresh more recently and his buddies, and like that's how I really got into armor.
Yeah. All right. Second.
So no order. I did try to remember all this again. I would probably say Battlefield 2 because that's the Battlefield I've got the most fond memories of. If I played it now, it probably I know it wouldn't be as good as it is in my head. But Battlefield 2, it was just awesome, and I think that was the first multiplayer game that really. What's going on here?
Mono, you and I just keep running into each other.
This is the first multiplayer game that I really shooter that I put loads of hours into. I did 1942, but I was a bit younger when that came out. Battlefield 2, Strike at Karkand. It's immense.
The best map. Strike at Karkand.
God,
such a great game.
More games. How am I going to do this? But I give a nod to the Final Fantasy series in general. It's not always been perfect, but Final Fantasy 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. I'll say 15. Hopefully 16 will be really good as well.
Did you ever play awesome what's games. The MMO 14 that has everyone ranting about how good that is?
Briefly, but for me, I can't really get into MMOs these days.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I've never really been into MMOs.
I can't be bothered with the whole auto attack system anymore that MMOs usually use. I know there's more games now that have a more action orientated combat system.
Yeah.
But oh god.
Oh, whoever did that, great job.
But yeah, I just struggle getting interested in MMOs. So how many games have I said so far?
So Final Fantasy series, Battlefield, Hell Let Loose.
Yeah, it's three more.
I think the problem with MMOs for me is just the time investment. It's like you either play an MMO or you play a bunch of different games.
No, you live in MMO.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't play it. You just live it.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
I know I've got one game in my head, but I'll leave that one to last. Just wait for Mono to get back.
Yeah, I'm back. We had some interruptions of the I have chocolate all over my face kind.
Oh.
Oh wow, I'm really struggling. Let's think back to some glory days, like probably gaming days before Raz was even born, probably.
Hey, relax.
That's
so funny.
I think I'm gonna say Mass Effect 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
because it was
Shit.
such an improvement over Mass Effect 1.
I'm sorry,
Mass Effect 3 was still really good, but it's just the ending that lets it down for everyone. I managed to get the Legendary Edition on EA Play or through PC Game Pass. I installed it today, so I'll be playing through that.
Oh yeah, dude. Game Pass and EA Play are like amazing deals.
But
Yeah.
Ubisoft's subscription service is coming to PC Game Pass as well.
Woo!
What? No
Yeah.
way.
We're
Oh,
gonna
that's
get
awesome.
to play Assassin's Creed
hell
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Choose the
18.
best, man.
I can't stand Assassin's Creed anymore.
I can't either,
If
dude.
they announce the next
That was
Assassin's
that
Creed
was
and say
ironic.
it's
My
an even
enthusiasm
bigger
was
game-
ironic, by the way.
But if they announce it's a bigger game world than the previous one, not
Well,
even gonna
next
look at it.
next
Don't
Assassin's Creed is called Assassin's Creed Infinite. So or
Like on
like
hold
they're
for a little
doing
bit?
something like that.
Crossover with Halo.
Yeah, I know. Master
Yeah.
Chief. He's
Master
one of the
Chief
assassins.
He's the assassin now has a halo ring around him.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I saved that. So what is this? 4? We're still on?
Yeah, that is 4.
I've done 4. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
5 and 6. I know what I'm going to say last. The last time we spoke about this, we needed 5. Oh god, what's going to go on here? Let's save this.
Oh,
Okay, number 5. 5. Oh, Rise of the victory.
Nice.
Hell
I
yeah.
like
You hit it
that.
too easy in chat.
Like every single game that you mentioned, like nobody here is gonna mention anything like Animal Crossing or something, right? Like we all have
No.
Never played it.
very similar styles in terms of what we play and what we like, I think.
I'd say one of mine is like kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not because like necessarily I love the game. It's more like kind of almost what you mentioned, Mono, like why,
Oh, yeah.
like what it represents to you.
I know what it is. I know
Yeah.
know what it is, but
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
Come on, Terry. Last
I'm
two?
just really struggling to,
Or last one?
to think of. It's
All
last
right.
2, but I'm struggling
Enlisted.
with number 5.
No, I'm just kidding.
Minesweeper. Minesweeper.
Yeah.
I may just have to
Space
throw one out
Catted Pinball.
for number
Oh
5.
my god.
I would actually like. Yeah, go.
Absolutely love Alan Wake.
Wow.
Oh,
okay, you're excited
yes.
for the sequel?
Hell yeah. And I'm going to lump into this Control as well, because it's
Yes.
part of this whole
Yes.
game
Mm.
universe. And
Control
with what
is amazing.
Control alluded to, which could be an Easter egg, may not be, who knows.
I cannot
it
get
being
into those
that-
games.
Alan Wake potentially created everything that happens in Control, the characters, the world, the enemy, just so he could get someone
they've-
to help him.
I think they've said
all
that's the
written in
case.
Documents.
I think they
in-game, yeah.
confirmed it. Yeah.
yeah, that is confirmed as far as I know.
Oh damn!
I cannot
yeah,
get into
so-
those games, dude.
You never
don't know
got
what it
into
is.
Control?
I hated
What?
Control.
Dude,
So
Control
here's the
was
thing.
amazing.
So here's the thing. I cannot stand,
Oh shit.
like 100%, cannot stand David Lynch style characters and narration and weird shit going on, unexplained, people behaving in weird ways just because they are weird characters.
They're just
Like,
wacky characters, Mono. Just
Like
wacky.
the intro to Control is like this chick walks into the FBI building or whatever, and she's like, "Yo, what up?" And they just let her walk in and take control of everything, and nobody knows her. And like that's like such a silly proposition to me. I cannot get into that. Like I cannot stand it, dude.
Luger in
Well,
chat.
it is explained though in the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you played it, but clearly
Yeah, Mono.
someone hasn't played it.
No, I don't know. Like the whole like the janitor, the character of the janitor, like the way he talks and he interacts with you, like it's all like it's not realistic, right? It doesn't feel like actual people talking, if you know what I mean. And that to me is a big no.
I was gonna get some hate here for hating Control. Control is
So
such a good
good.
game.
And the ashtray maze when you actually make it through.
Oh, dude, it's
Ah.
so cool. God, I love Control.
That is the one
still need
game
to
I
beat
don't
it,
agree
but-
with so far.
Love Control.
Well, it's mainly Alan Wake. But
Yeah.
I'm putting Control in there as a quasi.
All right, is that your
sequel.
final one? Was that your final one?
That's
Oh, no,
number
no.
5. Number 6 is Lost Odyssey for the Xbox 360. It was
Is that an RPG?
Yeah, it's a JRPG created by a studio that was created by the guy who created Final Fantasy.
Jesus.
Oh,
Created
And
section.
it's a traditional JRPG, but it doesn't do anything spectacularly new. You know, if you play Final Fantasy VIII with the Gunblade, if you press attack at the right time, you get like a critical hit. It has something similar to that, but with a more visual aid. But it's just the story, the characters, like a bunch of the main characters sort of have amnesia. But when you go throughout the game world, at certain points, your character just
nice
remembers something that happened with him years ago, and it's just written out as like a little short story written by this Japanese author, and some of them are like heartbreaking, man. Like you'll be choking up reading this story. It's just
Really?
like, oh my god, hold back the man tears.
The feels.
Yeah.
Also, none of us
On top of that,
mentioned.
it's just a good game.
None of us mentioned Witcher 3, which.
Oh god, yeah, Witcher 3.
Yeah.
No.
Holy crap! Like
I
how?
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Because Witcher 3 is definitely up there for me.
We were
All right,
talking
It's
I'm
about
just,
like-
last time.
there's just so many good games though.
Alan Wake with Witcher 3. Actually.
That's fair.
I could have
Yeah.
easily gone Mass Effect 2, Witcher 3 instead of like God of War.
Oh. Easy.
Um.
Yeah, those are some good choices though, for sure.
Also, I could have gone. What is it? No, I was gonna say Into the Breach instead of Final Fantasy Tactics, but no.
yeah.
So, Mono, quick question for you.
Yeah.
Good question. If someone created an Emma Stone mod for Control, would you play it?
Does he like Emma Stone a lot? like
Yes.
Oh.
This
is this some background I don't know?
a weird question, but I'm gonna say no.
This changes everything.
I
Or
wouldn't
if,
play this. I
there's a
wouldn't
voice
play
mod
like.
as well.
I wouldn't play any game just because there's no. No. Would I play Witcher 3 again if they replaced Triss Merigold with Emma Stone? Yes.
That's so funny.
All right.
Nice one, Raz.
Raz, you're up.
Oh man. All right. So while you guys are going, I was really trying to think about it, but now that I'm on the spot, it's hard. So I have to say again, this is no particular order because I feel like it's kind of however I feel at that time because this list can kind of change. But Spider-Man PS4 has to be like up there for sure.
Thank
That
you,
is the
Ross, for
first
putting that
game-
one.
Dude, I have to, man.
Oh man, it is so good.
It is so good. The story like fucking
Yeah.
choked me up. Like I was like almost crying. The web gameplay, like I just love how as you go, like you get better, but you also continue to learn more and more.
Yeah.
And you just become better, which is awesome. I love all the skins. Like I love just everything about that game. Like it plays so fucking well. That is the first game I have ever gotten a platinum on PS4.
Nice.
Yeah, I 100% completed that game, platinum trophy and everything. So check the profile.
I'm gonna say that is the one game that I constantly go back when I'm just like I just want to chill and play a video game. That is the one game I always go back to just to roam around town, beat a bunch of bad guys up. Because nothing like that's why Spider-Man is so popular, right? The feeling of like webbing, swinging your way across the city,
so satisfying.
It's just such a satisfying and great feeling.
And you just get so strong in that game.
Oh,
like you just get so good. Yeah.
Did you ever watch my build guide video for that one?
I don't think I did. You're talking about not the original.
No,
You're talking
I
about
did.
the Miles Morales, right?
No, both. I did guides for both. Yeah.
Oh shit! I'll have to
I
check
did
that out now.
one build guide for each, and they are both extremely powerful.
Link it in the video when we come out with the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that one's up there for sure. I would say the new God of War again, story, gameplay, amazing.
Wow, that was a nice shot.
Jesus, that was crazy. So the one I was talking about and kind of alluding to that I like the game and I appreciate it. Definitely like not my favorite, but it's up there. And the main thing why it's up there is because it's like one of those games that me and my buddies like always can kind of go back to and just chill and like.
Which one?
For Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft. Yeah, that's the one you were talking about earlier that you weren't referring to. Yeah.
So again, it's not my favorite game in any sort, but I think like what it means to me, just because it's like one of those games, and like I wasn't one to like grow up with Minecraft necessarily. Like, I mean, I'm 28, so like it's been out for quite a while, but I wasn't like a kid necessarily. But it's just one of those games that me and my buddies could just always go back to anytime and play, and just have fun. So I think that was just kind of one thing that brought a lot of my friends together that just kind of meant a lot to me in that way. So Minecraft, as lame as it is, but that was fun. What's another one?
Also, wait, we didn't mention I'm 37, you're 28.
Oh, yeah.
And Terry's, you're 35?
35.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're kind of close. I mean,
yeah,
I'm getting there. I just turned 28. My birthday was last month. So
I would have bullied you in high school.
Yeah, probably. Dude, like the swirlies. So what else? So I would have to say, because I am also a racing fanatic, iRacing, man. iRacing is so good. I hate how you have to fucking pay for everything, but damn, is it fucking awesome. I love racing. So iRacing has to be up there.
Are we going to play Gran Turismo when it comes out together?
Yes.
Is it on PS5?
Well, yeah.
I think on PS4 as well, maybe. I'm not sure on that.
I'll have to get a PS5 for it, I would love to.
I think it's going to be on PS4 as well. I'm pretty sure it's going to be.
I mean, I'd love to play. I just have to get a PS5 first because I only have a PS4.
Can anyone check that on the chat if it's going to be on PS4?
Yeah, because if it's on PS4 cross-platform, that'd be cool. Is this our goal, or is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to hit it out. I got teleported, and I got so lost. I was like, where the fuck am I?
Lance is a big ass. He's always playing Assetto Corsa.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I see him on Steam always playing Assetto Corsa.
Oh, is that Mute?
Yeah, Mute.
Yeah, dude, I love racing, man. I play a lot of Gran Turismo, a lot of iRacing.
Dream car and affordable dream car.
Yeah. So dream car is Nissan GTR. Affordable dream car is like another Chevy Camaro. I love the Camaros, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I had one. But I would love to get like a nicer one. Assetto Corsa. Oh, hell yeah.
Luger says awesome. GT7 will be on PS4, so awesome.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, if it's cross-platform and I don't have a PS5, yeah, I'd be down to do that. But I think like all my racing games kind of go in there in this category. I mean, it's like Burnout. You remember Burnout Paradise? I fucking
dude, I've been playing. Oh, no. Speak of it. I got Burnout Paradise for the Switch on sale recently, and I've been playing some of that on my free time, like driving around and
great.
It's all right. Like I prefer Destruction Derby 2 from PlayStation back in the day. Like in terms of just I don't know. Like that's what I grew up with, I guess.
Sorry, Terry.
But yeah,
I might be the only person who's a big racing fan that really doesn't like Burnout Paradise, but I like the other Burnout games. I think
I like the other Burnout
open world. They ruined it.
Really?
Yeah.
Your mic booms again.
Gotta keep the head straight.
It's okay. Yeah. We gotta like tape your forehead to the chair or something.
We gotta get one of those braces, those neck braces.
or like a big like a dog, like one of those cones.
Oh, Terry! Holy shit! Nice shot.
Don't have that now.
No, it sounds great now.
I limit it in OBS.
All right, so we are Spider-Man, Minecraft, racing games.
Yep. Did I say God of War? I think I said God of War, right?
I think you said God of War, yeah.
So what am I, 4 or 5?
4.
4? Okay. So, I mean, I have to throw Hella Loose in there, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, Hella Loose is like the main game that I play, and I've been playing a ridiculous amount of hours. So that's obviously like number 5. And I mean, I have to also put in like the Battlefield series. Did I say Battlefield series already?
No.
You didn't.
Yeah. So specifically, my favorite one, aside from Battlefield 1, was Battlefield 2042, actually. That was my favorite one.
Sorry, what? 2042?
2142. Wait, is
Right,
it 20?
right. I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
Whatever the
The
old
good
one was,
one.
not the new one.
The good future
Okay.
one.
That's what I meant. Whatever the old one was, not the newest one. Not the
Oh,
newest
the
one.
Titan
old
Assault,
we nearly,
dude.
Yes, Titan
nearly had to
game
kick you
mode.
off.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
Titan game mode was
Podcast.
insanely good.
I get so confused with the names now. But yeah, no, like that was my favorite one, man.
Dude,
I
launching
love
on
that
those,
game.
like, remember the vehicles that you would park
the
next to it, and then
APCs?
you would go to the pods and just get propelled
how could
into
I
the air
forget?
onto. Oh,
Same with the helicopters too. Remember the helicopters had that where you could just go over them, and then like when you come down, you could drop pod onto them. That was fucking.
I
awesome,
don't
bro.
remember that.
Yeah, the helicopters had drop pods that if you were like instead of jumping out, you would drop pod out of it. So you could like
Oh, yeah,
park
I
a
remember
helicopter
that.
above and drop
yeah.
pod onto the Titan. Fucking awesome. That was my favorite. But that will probably round out my
Yeah.
top 6. Honorable
I feel
mention,
bad.
I guess.
I feel
don't
bad that
know.
I didn't mention Helios.
I mean,
Should feel bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I should feel bad.
Oh, I got this. Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Good shit.
Can't
Yeah,
believe
so
we're
those
actually
are
winning
ongoing.
games now.
Oh, dude.
All right,
I had no
honorable
doubt.
mention for what?
Hey, lads.
Honorable mention. I'll say. Fuck. I had something to tip of my tongue. Fucking forgot.
Sorry,
No. You're
Ruger
fine.
said
You're fine.
that crossplay is coming to GT7.
KOTOR. Weren't you a big ass KOTOR fan?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's it. Yes, KOTOR.
Yeah, I remember that from last time. Yeah.
KOTOR honorable mention because I love. Oh, and Fallen Order. I think I was talking about.
Oh,
Fallen
Fallen
was the
Order
one.
sucks.
Dude. So that's the thing. We were talking about
the
Fallen
Dark
Order.
Souls series.
I loved. Oh yeah, I never played Dark Souls.
Series? What?
I
never played Dark
couldn't.
Souls.
I cannot get into Dark Souls.
But
Like-
Fallen Order, man.
Oh, Fallen Order.
I can't believe you don't like Fallen Order.
Dude, the
It's like
animations
one of
in
my
that game are so freaking janky.
it.
It
I
is the
love Fallen
worst.
Order.
The way he moves the lightsaber, it looks like they just got a random like 60-year-old and said like, "Hey, do some lightsaber attacks," and he was like, "All right."
I can never forgive you for this.
No, it is
Fallen Order is my
so
favorite.
bad. It is so
Love
bad.
it.
Dude, it is there's no way, no universe in which Fallen Order is better than Jedi Outcast or any of those games.
See, I never played Jedi. That was probably like a little before my.
Oh man,
Right.
those
Yeah, before your
multiplayer
time,
lobbies of Jedi Outcast. Like, so in
Oh.
Jedi Outcast, the fun thing was the touching any lightsaber, even like touching any
guess the
lightsaber,
walls,
instant
right?
death. Instant death.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
So even if like the guy is not actually attacking, if he's just running and he brushes you with the lightsaber, you're dead.
cool. That's pretty sweet.
So that just made the game incredible. You see how easy it is to make a game that's better than Fallen Order already?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just always will love Fallen Order. Love it.
Man, I
Guys,
just like
you need to
it
get Dark
doesn't.
Souls.
It's
Dark Souls,
no.
yeah. I think it's on Game Pass, isn't it? I'll have to play it.
No.
All right.
It's not.
Play all the
Which
Dark Souls
Helios
and
map
Bloodborne.
is this?
Do it.
This is Hurtgen 2077.
Oh, oh, are you? Oh, I thought you put it as hella loose.
No,
the
I put it as
category.
just chatting.
Oh, gotcha. I put it as Rocket League.
Oh, yeah. I don't want people that watch Rocket League to watch me play Rocket League, I
That's
guess.
fair.
They're
So-
gonna be like, what is this? How is this guy a
Just-
content creator?
So talking of hella loose maps, like what is your favorite map actually? I think we maybe
Wait.
talked about that.
No, but we are past the 1 hour 30 mark.
Oh yes.
So
Dang, time flies,
yeah.
Can you
bro.
save that for next
Time
one? For the next
flies
session?
when you're having fun.
Yeah, for sure. Dang, I can't
Um,
believe how fast it went.
Yeah. Dude, last time we were talking for 4 hours and a half.
Yeah, we were.
And then when we got into Hella Loose, we were also drunk and, blabbery. Like
That was fun.
Who was it? Like Saucy and someone else just left our squad without saying
Yeah.
anything.
We were just
Remember?
vibing. We were just vibing.
Remember? Because we weren't actually playing Hella Loose. We were just like talking and running around in Hella Loose.
It was so funny, dude.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, sorry. All right, so that's gonna wrap things up for this episode of the Game Club. Also,
Yeah, boys.
right now the podcast name we agreed on is Mono's Game Club, because whatever. And if you guys have any name suggestions, I think we would be 100% willing to change that to something more generic. Not more generic, more representative of, Drunks Let Loose. That's a great one.
That's funny.
Yeah. So definitely, when this goes up in the YouTubes, definitely leave a comment on
YouTube
that.
world.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it for this one. So thanks everyone for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have any constructive criticism, please let us know through all of our, social media, internets, things.
Yeah, man. Thanks for watching.
All the bits.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks all.